Why are these
Babe.
lights on?
Babe.
Not in this car.
Stop
2 minutes.
David, Gordy won't leave me alone.
Did you brush your teeth?
Gordy,
Which one
what
are
are
you
you
supposed to
doing?
dinner?
Mom, Dad's in the
guys.
toilet again.
Yeah,
Fan
she's
notes.
ready.
Farted.
Oh my
Babe,
gosh,
Gordy,
what's that
get
smell?
your
Clean
shoes.
your room.
Gordy, was that you? Babe.
Baby.
Bye-bye.
It's Mom.
Get.
Mom.
Good drive.
Another snack.
Oh.
Where'd everybody go?
I love you guys so much. Babe, are you in the bathroom again?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Herm's House. This is now episode 10, which is double digits, wild. Can't believe we're actually continuing with this. But this is my lovely co-host, as always, Miss Christine. And we want to welcome a guest. We call him Doodle. He is our middle child, Cristiano. So say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Doodle.
First off, I just want to apologize for the last episode.
That was her fault.
No. I mean, yes. Okay, yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry. Yes, as I explained, I'm making sure now the echo is off, so no worries about that. We won't have to worry about the echo anymore. Yeah, I left the echo on. I'm so sorry. Lots of people are like, I couldn't get through it. I know, it's such a great episode. I had to post it because the content was great, but obviously there was an echo. So I'm sorry about that.
They're getting old. They don't know how to use computers yet.
That's not true. The echo button. There's a little switch. It's just made sure it was off.
Blame it on the button. Yes.
But anyways, thank you if you did stick through it and listen to it. We appreciate it so much.
Which none of you probably did. But that's okay.
So today we wanted to bring on Doodle. Like we said, we're doing 2 episodes this week. So this is a little bit of a bonus episode that we're throwing in there for y'all. And we wanted to talk to, he's going to be the first kid on Herm's House episodes podcast. I can't talk right now. It's the end of day. Can I ever talk ever at any point in the day?
Probably not.
You can't.
So Doodle, what do you got going on? It's the end of school. How are you feeling?
Pretty excited because I'm going to be moving into high school next year to South Point, which I'm very excited for. And I feel like this is going to be a big old chapter in my life.
8th grade. Are you sad that's over?
Very, because the school that I'm at is, I've been at this school for a while, and, I can't leave it.
Well, you're going to have to leave it.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
What is your... Okay, let's talk about fears of this change from 8th grade to high school.
Honestly, my fear is the kids, because, there's a lot of different people at high school. There's the bigger kids, there's the sports kids, there's the nerds, there's the weird kids, and then there's the kids that are just there. Honestly, I'm one of the nerds, if I'm being completely honest.
Didn't all of that exist in junior high as well?
Yeah, but not as bad because, there's a lot more kids. Because in my middle school, the biggest class would be at least 21 kids. 21 kids is the maximum for one class.
I see.
So, yeah.
So I think a lot of it, I don't know, there were cliques, like when I went to high school. Were there cliques at your school, babe?
I mean, I don't know. I hung out with everybody. Sure. Had to have been.
Like you hung out with the different cliques, or there wasn't really any defined cliques at your school?
No, because even the jocks, so to speak, like 3 of them were in my theater class. And we're talking like the starting middle linebacker was in my theater class. Some football guys were also in the band playing like the trumpet or the drums, and they would run out there in their football pads. At least you have the t-shirt and the football pants, and they would go march, and then they would run back into the locker room, put their stuff back on for the game. I don't know. The only ones that were like super cliquey, I guess, were like the Cowboys. Always wearing cowboy boots to school, which you would imagine me being from Texas that would be more prominent, but not in Odessa. So we just had a small group.
Were those the popular guys?
No. No.
Who were the popular guys at your school?
I guess mainly the football players. That was, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but we're kind of known for football.
What high school did you go to?
I went to
again?
Odessa Permian.
Just a little school.
Friday Night Lights.
Had a little movie.
Small one.
It was an all right movie. If you haven't seen it,
I haven't seen it.
Only one of the top 5 sports movies in the
I
history
don't
of
know. Have
sports
your
movies.
kids even watched Friday Night Lights? I don't think so. I don't
No.
think you've introduced them to Friday Night Lights. Surprising that you haven't shown all of them. Like, sit down. We're watching Friday Night Lights.
That is not surprising because none of them would pay attention. They would all get up and especially Gordy was talking. They are the worst movie watchers. Absolutely not. I'm not going to watch my favorite movie with them. No, we're good. Thanks.
I'm offended.
Should be. It was meant to be.
I guess he doesn't listen to our podcast to see how much, we talk about them in these ways.
Correct. Supposedly he does. At least on YouTube.
I do. I watch so far. Actually, right now I'm still on the anniversary video. I haven't watched anything after that because I haven't gotten to it yet.
How many
5
episodes
episodes
have? Yeah,
ago.
like 5 episodes ago. Jeez Louise. Oh, I know. We just said because we've been together for 7 years, but we did it on the 6th.
Yeah, that's inaccurate. We've been together for 10 years.
No. I'm talking about married.
Married for 7.
That's what I mean.
We did it on the 6th episode. Yes.
That's what I meant. That we've been married for 7 years.
Sure.
And we were like, well, why didn't we do it on the 7th episode? Instead, we did it on the 6th episode. We had this whole conversation about it. Obviously, David doesn't remember because he obviously thought I was talking about how long we've been together, which has been 10 years. So,
Play the tape back, bro. You said we've been together for 7 years.
well, our marriage, we're talking about the anniversary episode. Hello.
Sure.
So if you watched the anniversary episode, you watched the kids obviously in the
Video.
wedding video. The kids were holding these little signs, right? It said, I don't know if we talked about the anniversary episode.
We did, yeah.
We did. Okay. But the sign that Doodle held up was, "Don't worry, ladies, I'm still single."
Which at the time he was the baby because Gordy didn't exist. So he was the smallest one out there and literally the smallest one out there. Now he's the biggest one out here. So 13, taller than everybody. Even me, I think. It's ridiculous.
Yes. And so we thought, oh, it's so cute. Let's have him hold the sign that says, "Don't worry, ladies, I'm still single." And of course, that's adorable. He was so embarrassed to hold it.
Did not want to hold it.
Did not want to hold it.
Not at all.
Why not?
Because at that time I was a little. What grade was I in? I was in like 2nd grade.
That
Something
would have
like
been
that.
first because if it was 7 years
Yeah.
ago.
I was in 1st grade. So I was in 1st grade, and at the time I kind of. It wasn't a real relationship, but I had a fake girlfriend, and I felt kind of like bad because I was holding it while I wasn't single.
Yeah, and she was
So-
going to see it on TikTok or what?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You didn't want it to pop up on the Instagram? And she reading it in 1st grade saying like, you're single. Okay, I can make it happen. That's probably.
Doodle has been our lover boy since the time that he could talk.
Yeah.
Doodle has had a girlfriend, I think, in every single grade that he is determined that he's going to marry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember shortly after we got married, he asked me, "Mom, have you decided who you're going to give your wedding ring to?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, like one of us kids, who are you going to give your wedding ring to?" And I was like, I haven't thought about that. We just got married, so we'll see how that works." And he's like, "'Cause I have the perfect girl in mind. You're gonna love her." Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Is she still around?
Mind you, this is a family heirloom. This isn't some, Costco ring. This is a ring that's been that the man he proposed to Nana with, and she wore. That was her wedding ring, and then they allowed me to ask you to marry me with that ring. I got it all redone, new diamond, polished up, all that fancy stuff, and it's 40, 50 years. How long has this thing been in the family now?
Mhm.
Yeah, and we're gonna give it to a 1st grade girl.
He's our lover boy. He has been since the very beginning.
Yeah. I just have a way with ladies.
How's your girlfriend right now?
Currently I don't have one.
Oh, well, what happened?
Problems,
Eighth grade problems.
eighth grade problems,
The
But we
tea.
also told him, like, you're going to high school. You don't go to high school with a girlfriend.
No, not at all.
Trying to bring sand to the beach. You know what
Oh.
that means? It's already there.
Oh yeah.
And probably better beach than the sand you already had.
Yeah.
No, it's the same kind of sand. It's just,
It's just a different beach.
it's just a different beach. Yep. Same kind of sand. Believe me, it's all the same.
That's rude. I'm the best sand you've ever had.
That's why I kept you. That sand that you go to the beach and you like put it in the jar and you're like, I keep you now. Yeah, that's what. No, you're still on the, mantle.
Thanks. I
You're welcome.
appreciate you for keeping me as your sand. What
You're
color?
welcome.
Am I colorful? Am I cute?
You're probably like a brown sand.
I was gonna say brown.
That's rude.
I was gonna say brown.
I was thinking of like that colorful sand that you can mix. Like back in the day.
Those aren't from beaches. I know. And you did
yeah,
little
they
rainbow.
dye it. Because listen, back in the day, they used to have. I mean, they still have art kits, right? But like when I was a little girl, they used to have the art kits with the sand, and you would get these like different shapes of like different items.
Jars and stuff.
They're little jars,
Mhm.
like a dolphin or a butterfly.
Say that one. Say that word again. One more time. What was that? What kind of before the butterfly?
A dolphin?
Dolphin. You can
A dolphin.
dolphin. Got it.
No, I
Got it.
didn't.
Dolphin.
A
Got
dolphin.
it.
A dolphin.
I went to the dolphin. I saw it at a beach with my kids. My kids were at the beach the other day, and I left them,
Just wondering.
and I saw a dolphin.
I was making sure we both heard the same thing. Got
Okay,
it. Go ahead.
a dolphin. How do you
Mhm.
say it?
A
You
dolphin.
got it. You nailed it.
Someone say it regular.
Dolphin.
Dolphin. A dolphin.
Yep.
A dolphin.
Okay. A dolphin and a butterfly. A jar.
Dolphin and a butterfly.
And then you put the colorful sand in it. So then you put like layers of the sand.
You
You can
put
make
the
designs.
lime in a coconut and take it all
You're just as bad as we are.
up.
Anyways, so I'm like, if I were sand, I'd probably be like turquoise.
you'd be brown.
If I were saying I'm the one that gets in between your toes and it's just annoying. In the chanclas and you're just like, oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh, especially like when you go to the beach and you walk in the sand, it's like, oh great, I love it, sand. But then when you have to leave is when
Mhm.
you're like, I don't like the sand anymore. But then it's that awkward like transfer of, because they always have at the beaches like where you can rinse off your feet.
Yeah.
And then you like, okay, you rinse off your foot, but this still kind of has sand on it. And then like you drop your foot, put your foot down because like your chancla into the chancla, but the chancla kind of still has sand in it. Then it's like spraying up more sand onto your chancla.
Chancla, for those of you who do not speak Espanol,
Oh.
is a sandal. Just so that everybody's tracking. Chancla, sandal. Carry on.
Both good for feet and for weapons.
Yeah. I remember this one time. We were at a family. Actually, it was Easter. It was a couple Easters ago. My brother was making me mad, and he was running away from me. So I decided that, hey, I have chanclas on. I pulled it off, and I threw it at an angle, and it hit him directly in the nose, and his nose started bleeding.
Oh no.
I still feel bad because I didn't mean to hurt him, but like he deserved it.
Well, you are going to make a great Mexican mother one day. Congratulations.
I did. You've become the true Mexican mom when you can throw that chancla around the corner and it still grabs them in the back of the leg.
Yeah,
Oh God.
because they're turning.
Yeah, because they've run away.
I don't think you've ever done that to me.
I have, just you were smaller and then I felt bad and I never did it again. Down that long hallway we used to have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, why were we talking about sand?
Because if I was sand, I would be the
Oh,
one that
right,
you
right,
put your
yeah.
foot back
Chancla.
down after you done rinsed it off and everything's good, and you put your foot back down, and there's still sand there,
There's
and you're
still
just like,
sand.
God, you're annoying. That'd
Yeah,
be
because
me.
you're like, you just never really fully rinse the sand off. And then you like
Right.
missed a spot. You're walking back to your car and you see this like spot of sand on your like calf. and
Yeah,
you're
it was
like,
just your shin.
Yeah. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, so don't bring sand to the beach, Doodle.
I won't.
Moral of the story, Doodle, just wait till you get to high school before you, try to start dating anybody. But even when you're in high school, man, good luck, bud.
All right.
He never listens to it. Well, you know what? Actually, Let me rewind. Doodle does listen to my dating
One
advice.
time.
No, a lot of times he does listen to my dating advice. I remember.
Go ahead, fish in the sea.
Yeah. So I love
Speaking
it
of sand.
because I feel like we have like our relationship to be able to communicate and is pretty open, right? You feel
Mhm.
that way? You feel like you can tell us a lot of things? Lies.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Anyways, this one time he was telling me about this girl that he liked and that they were talking and she left him for someone else or was going to leave him for someone else and or that she liked someone else. And I basically told him, I was like, Doodle, there's you can tell her there's plenty of fish in the sea. Like
I
you,
remember.
there's gonna be no one like you, and you don't need her, right? That's what I told Doodle. We were on the phone texting. I can't remember. Anyways, the next thing I know is I'm getting a screenshot from Doodle of him texting this little girl, telling him, "My mom said there's plenty of fish in the sea, and I don't need you." I was like, "Yes, yes, Doodle, way to
Jesus.
go."
This was. I remember this story. It was back when I was 7. I had met this girl.
That's
little
a
bit-
lie because you
no.
got your phone when you were 8.
Yeah, I was a little
well,
bit older. I want to say you were like
I was
10.
9. No,
Yeah, I would say
You were
9 or
like
10.
10,
Yeah, about
10 or 11.
Everybody got their phone at 8 years old.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of the.
Mm.
Anyways, so I met this girl on the playground. We started playing and having a good time. And then all of a sudden, like I try to act cool,
Like you always do.
Yeah, like I always do, because you know me. I'm a ladies' man. Anyways, so we were playing around. I was talking to her, and then all of a sudden she came up to me before we left, and she's like, I like you, and I was like, oh, I
Ugh,
like
that's
you
what she
too.
sounded like?
You can't.
Oh, no.
I
You
can't.
can't do it
I don't
I
see
can't do
it.
it anymore. Can't do it
Golly.
anymore. So, anyways, we she had given me her phone number, and then I got her phone number, and we started talking, and then obviously I had no idea what to do at this point because I didn't expect to get it this far, um, and so we were talking.
You're going to have so many more of those situations. You have no idea.
We were talking, and she kind of like she kept on pranking me, saying that she was gonna she liked somebody else, and I was like, haha, oh, so funny, okay. And then what she kept on doing it, like it was dumb because she kept on doing it. So I got tired of it eventually. So then I texted my mom, and my mom said to tell her that. So then I told her that, but I also did something very embarrassing. I sent her a video of me dancing while saying goodbye.
Did you do the NSYNC dance bye bye bye?
No.
Well, that was a wasted opportunity. Golly. You would have crushed that. Now I got bye 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 in my head.
What did you say? Bye, bye, bye. Some
No.
lunch.
Oh, only the real ones know that one. That was back in Odessa. That was the radio station guys. It was like, I don't even remember those guys' names. I know Daniel's going to be listening to this. He's going to be like, I know that one.
But yeah.
Dang it. Leo and John Paul? Is that what it was? God dang it. I'm sure Daniel will text me.
You
We'll,
guys are old.
we'll know for the next episode.
But yeah. So I sent her a video of me dancing, saying goodbye, and then we just stopped talking. I have no idea where that girl is today. Hopefully, I don't meet her again.
We all have our park romances, I think.
Oh, boy.
If you're a sports kid, like you'll have a park romance.
I was never a sports.
You are. You're a sports kid. You're part of a sports family. You have a park romance, especially if you're a sibling of the person that's actually like playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have those crushes that you see at the park, and then they go to a different school, or they're like Romeo and Juliet with the other team.
Wow.
I definitely didn't experience that.
Oh, just me? Okay, anyways, moving on.
None of my brothers were athletes.
All right, well, that's only me on that subject, so carrying on. The next. Anyways, what are we talking about?
We're talking about.
Oh, you're dancing. So, Doodle has always been like our dancing guy. For a long time, he was. He's like break dance and like do a bunch of things.
He was featured in the video whenever that wedding video that we had. He was featured in that one because he was doing like a little dance off on the dance floor.
And he was good. Like I think you grew up a little bit. Why'd you stop dancing?
Because of those videos. I saw myself dancing one time whenever I first saw the videos of me dancing on your guys' like wedding. I was like, oh my god, I look so cool. Then I rewatched them a couple years later, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never dancing again. So, cause it wasn't dancing, really, it was just me kicking my legs back and forth and me throwing my arms around.
I mean, that's dancing.
So-
There's different types of dancing. You have rhythm, like you're really good at dancing. I think you just got into your head a little bit and worried about what people thought about you.
No, it's called puberty.
I have about as much rhythm as that one Olympic breakdancer.
She had all the rhythm.
She-
Don't be
How
talking.
dare you?
Don't be talking about her in a negative light. She had all the rhythm. She just
You
was
said-
not a very good breakdancer. She was a little kangaroo, but she was not a good breakdancer. Dang.
She looked like a flip phone.
She did. That was
Yeah.
She looked like a flip
Hey,
phone.
but she got to the Olympics and you didn't. So why are you
Heard that?
talking trash?
yeah. Where's your Olympic participation trophy?
I got one right here.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. No, you've been our little ham always because you also do voices, as we heard earlier, with the dolphin.
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 Dual.
Now I'm like
Yeah,
questioning myself on how to
dolphin.
say dolphin.
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 After a while, it doesn't even sound like
I
a
think
real
you just
word.
put the emphasis in a weird place.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
That's a weird name. That's. Mm.
Dolphin.
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 All right. I think.
No, and I think my favorite because you want to do when you get older, you want to be a voice actor.
Eventually, if all else fails, then voice acting I will go to.
That is usually the easiest thing to get into, so that's good. If all else fails, you'll fall back on voice acting,
Yeah.
which is incredibly easy to just start.
Yeah. So, ever since I was little, I used to like pretend like with my brother. I would always like we play cops and robbers, and I pretend to be the cop. I'd have like a rat. Back when I was little, actually, I had a raspy voice.
You still have a raspy voice.
I still have a raspy voice, but back then, you could hear me singing. I'll send my mom a video right now. But I was singing. I think I was Mary Had a Little Lamb, or Row Row Your Boat. I don't know. But as I was singing, like it was still a little baby voice, but it was raspy. So it was cute. It was cute. It was so cute because yeah, just seeing little me with the little raspy voice. Because honestly, I didn't look like I had a raspy voice.
No, you look like the little boy from what's the movie, babe?
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Never watched it.
The human head weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah, we'll post some pictures of Doodle when he was smaller on Instagram just to see because he did. He was so cute, his little spiky blonde hair.
Because he was a little white kid with blonde hair. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my little white boy, little güerito.
El güero.
Yeah, I mean he still is. His hair's a little bit darker. You can't
A
really
little bit.
tell.
He went from like legit blonde
Or
Yeah.
from legit blonde
to
to
brunette.
that's not
Like
brunette. I have brown hair.
I'm a
Brown.
brunette.
When it's short though, it looks light.
Yeah. Honestly, yes, it does. Anyways, back to like the voices and stuff.
Oh, the voices.
You hear them too?
You hear them too?
Oh God.
It's not just me.
It's comforting. What were you saying, Doodle? Sorry.
Sorry.
But
Squirrel.
ever since I was little, I would always like make my own little voices. I would always, try to lighten up a mood by throwing on like a British accent while throwing them stories around the campfire. Literally, on a campfire one day, I was telling a story about the three little pigs in an Australian accent, and everybody was laughing. But I'm pretty sure I don't know if it was funny or not.
Well, if they're laughing, I'm sure it was funny. No, your first voice, your first accent you ever did, and I'm sure a lot of parents out there can relate, and probably, well, a lot of parents in his generation probably relate because now it's a different character that's creating voices. But the first one was Peppa Pig.
Oh God.
And I think the first accent that you would do all the time, you would say that, oh, George is jumping in the muddy puddles. You would say muddy puddles. So anytime, that's when your first accent started. You can thank Pepper Pig.
Pepper. Yeah.
Peppa.
Peppa.
They never
Pepper.
said.
Sorry.
They never say They never say Peppa. They
We don't say hard R's around here, bud. All right? Okay?
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
So that's where he was getting his accent, and I think that's when it started, and you started just going from there. You do a lot of accents now,
Yeah.
but the kids now like Gordy, because Gordy started picking up a little bit of an accent
Bluey.
because of Bluey, and so a lot of kids now are picking up the accent because of Bluey. So now we have the mixture, right? We had Peppa, now we have Bluey. But we were talking, and I was having Doodle do some voices, like character voices, right? Because my favorite one that he does is Beetlejuice.
Oh god.
Do it. I'm like, damn.
Because then I have to make like the face.
He'll do it.
Well, we have a YouTube video, so.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is where we're recording.
Attaboy.
Hence the video.
Hence the video.
High school's going to love
Okay, okay.
So
You gotta do it. There you go.
Oh, but guns are like this. Like you'd have to, make your face scrunched up like this, and give him a raspy voice. Because your voice is raspy.
I don't think you need to teach it. You just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do the juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
You were doing a whole thing. Do a whole thing of him.
What?
Like the whole, I don't remember what scene you were doing with him doing it.
Huh?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what you're doing. But yeah, the juice is loose, and then you said something else that he said all the time.
All right.
Humor me. Do the voice.
But honestly, like I don't.
Do the roar.
Sometimes it's rare that I actually like kind of show other people, because all I do is I do it with my mom and David like all the time.
Do you get shy? Did you just get shy?
I get shy a lot.
I bet you his heart's beating out of his chest because he doesn't want to do the thing, and now you got him on YouTube, and he's gonna tell all his friends because now they're gonna start following us.
They
and
don't-
we're gonna
they don't-
get
they
at
don't.
least 4 more
Hopefully.
followers.
Wow, that's rude. Now
Five-
we could get more followers.
5
if
more
you
subscribers.
Yeah, at least 2 more subscribers.
Okay, follow them. Follow this channel, because this channel is definitely gonna get somewhere.
Thank you. I
So.
appreciate that. Okay, now, let's see. What other accents can you do? That's what you got to entertain the people, Doodle. That's what they want, right, babe?
What entertainment?
I don't know if they ever come here for impressions, but yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying.
What
give
is
the
that?
people
What is that
they
one
want.
quote from Gladiator?
That's a lot.
Are
Is
you
this
not
not-
entertained?
Are
Is
you
this-
not entertained?
Is this not why you are here?
But this is your audition.
You haven't
Doodle.
seen Gladiator.
I've seen Gladiator. I've seen Gladiator. I saw it with my dad.
Don't make me start quizzing you.
Oh, okay.
Have you watched the second one yet?
No, I haven't.
It's good.
It's on
I think it's
Paramount?
on Paramount.
I was gonna say Pandora. I'm like, that's not a movie show.
That's music. Are we boring? Are you not entertained?
Guess not.
Guess not. Well, since you're not going to do any more voices.
I can do more voices.
Okay, then remember we were talking about Bluey? Remember the Australian Shepherd?
Australian Shepherd. He's really, he's a camp counselor. He likes to show you guys how to start a fire with some sticks. But don't throw it, because he's gonna follow them and chase the sticks.
But then this stick?
This stick. No more sticks. Anyways.
That was him being a great Dane on Bluey, the character who is trying to get them to build the fire. But he keeps getting distracted with the sticks. Is that a stick? Did you pick it up? What did you say?
Are you gonna throw it? Are you gonna throw a stick? But yeah, so.
Yeah, and then we did, because he was talking about South Park.
Oh God.
We're not going to do any voices from South Park, because the last time it got very bad.
I'm gonna do South Park voices, definitely.
Can't stop me, man.
We're just gonna. This is a kid or family friendly show. We can't say the offensive stuff.
Again, we don't use hard R's.
You won't get offensive unless you make it offensive.
'Cause honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm probably like, after that show, I've learned a lot.
What?
Learned a lot.
What show?
South Park
You learned a lot of what?
Oh, the cuss words.
stuff,
Like?
like certain historical stuff, and
Oh, it teaches history? Is this true, babe? It teaches history?
I don't watch South Park.
You didn't watch South Park?
No.
You knew a bunch of things on it. You knew the voices too, like Towley.
It's been on
I'm a
for 100
cow.
years.
Bird Town. Bird Town.
But yeah, I've watched it so much to the point where I can you can tell me like a quote from any episode and I know it.
I don't know
So,
any quotes.
Yeah, I
so
I
can't
don't know any
test it.
quotes, so I can't really
So you could tell the people out there to comment, and then they'll test
Comment
you.
some quotes and they see.
Yeah.
But that's not fair. You could Google it and it's not.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
One day you guys can do like a live stream.
Oh, a live stream.
Yeah.
You see how crazy we are? You see how many interruptions we get? You really think we could
That's
do a
not
live
that
stream?
much. I don't get that much interruptions.
It's just, we're learning. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we're doing good. Do you want to plug your TikTok?
Do I want what?
Plug your TikTok?
Nope.
You don't want people to follow your TikTok?
Nope.
Wow. Guest on a show that doesn't want to plug his own things.
I'm okay.
Socials.
You can go follow my Insta.
Oh, wait, why your Insta and not your TikTok?
Cause I prefer Insta, cause I'm not really on TikTok anymore.
Aw, he's grown up.
No, I'm rarely on TikTok. It's because I'm not trying to get connected to it as much as I was because it's just gonna get banned again.
Oh, you're
So-
separating the connection.
Yeah.
There's no way they would ban it. They're going to continue to threaten to ban it and
Yeah.
all that other crap. But no, they extended them for like another 75 days or something. I don't know. It's
They're gonna extend it for another 10 years and they're gonna say it's gonna be banned tomorrow.
sure.
Did you download your videos from on there?
Did I download my videos?
From TikTok?
No, I didn't. I didn't delete it.
I know, but
I
I'm
still
saying my favorite video is the Anakin one. The Anakin
Oh god.
Koopa Troopa. Is that what it was?
That was so long ago. That was so long ago.
I'm gonna post that too. Can you save it and send it to me, please? That was my favorite one.
I'm pretty sure I deleted it.
No,
He literally just said he didn't delete any.
he
of
said
his
he didn't
videos.
delete any of
Yeah.
them. Way to call him out there, babe. We're gonna get that. We'll post that one too. That one's my favorite TikTok.
God.
Okay, well then, what's your Instagram? You want people following you there either?
Let me see, because I have a bunch of numbers in my Instagram. So let me go.
Oh,
ahead
your
and-
Instagram name?
His username,
My user.
his cruiser name.
My
Cruiser name.
Whatever. You guys can follow my Insta at cruiser_4717054.
That's a lot of numbers.
Obviously, my note right now is rest in peace to the one and only Pope Francis.
The old pontiff.
His Holiness has passed away
It was today.
today.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
he passed away today?
Today, sorry,
Yeah,
yes,
this morning.
today.
I was gonna say he died on Jesus' death birthday.
No, but he's in the Vatican, so he died in the Vatican. The 7:30 was yesterday for us, I believe, because
Oh, so like for us, it would be yesterday, but
would've been, like,
technically,
midnight,
death
11:30. Yeah, it's
it would be-
today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, R.I.P.
Yeah, I go to the Catholic school, so we praise him as well because he's the highest one, next to all the other stuff.
Next to all the other stuff,
Because there's a lot of branches. There's
the Pope is the head of the Catholic Church
yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah.
There's nobody even close to his level. So now they're going to have to do, I think it's like 13 days of mourning or something. And then after that, they'll set a date to convene to get all of the cardinals from all around the world, and they set up a special committee, and then they go in there and they vote on who's going to be the next pope. And then every day that they do not get a pope, they will set off black smoke from the chimney, knowing that they have yet to select one. And then whenever that comes out as white smoke, that's whenever they have selected the new pope. And then that new pope will take on a pope name. And then he will be, Pope
So
Francis
is
that was not his birth name.
Is it kind of like a democracy?
No, because only the select few get to vote on it. Like
Cardinals?
nobody votes those guys in. So they're not, even though they're representing a specific area, nobody said, I'm going to run for cardinal
Does the Pope pick the cardinals?
No. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's kind of like a um, seniority type of thing, and they have to do specific accomplishments or whatever. And I mean, you can fact check on that one there, Doodle. You go to the Catholic school,
Yeah.
but they basically serve their time as priests and then move on and make it to cardinal. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure the Pope could say, you know what, you're gonna be a cardinal, but I think they are like the ones that are there already.
They
Obviously,
stay there.
yeah, like the new Pope ain't gonna come in and be like Trump and reassign everybody and say like, you're not doing what I say. I'm gonna get me another cardinal. You fight.
You fight.
I think it's what it's called. I think it's a theocracy where they rule under God. So kind of like the Pope, he leads the country under God. So,
I
that's-
think it's a cheerocracy.
That's he's not running any country, just for the record. He runs Catholic
Okay.
religion around the world, the entire world, the planet Earth. Any Catholic, that's his thing. Anywho,
But the
enough of that.
cheerocracy.
The cheerocracy. If you get it, comment below.
This is not a democracy.
This-
This is a cheerocracy.
Yeah.
And Missy's the poo.
I have no idea what you guys are
That's why I said if you
It's
know
from
what
Bring
we're
It
talking
On.
about,
It's from
it's a
Bring
movie
It On.
quote, so you have to.
It's from Bring It On.
Oh, you just
Never
gave it
seen it.
away.
What? Yeah, so everybody knows what it is.
No, they're supposed to the participate and comment if you know.
Oh.
Never mind.
Comment if you know.
Bring it on, guys.
Well,
It's
too late.
Anyways.
Is
It's a
it
good
Kirsten
movie.
Dunst? Is that the one?
Kirsten Dunst.
That's what I said. Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten?
Yeah. Kirsten Dunst. She
Kirsten.
was also in Jumanji.
She was. She was a little baby back then.
And she was in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man doing things that Spider
Wait.
can't.
Which Jumanji? The
Original.
one?
Oh, I was like, which Jumanji? Oh, there's more. I
There's
forget.
The
There's
Rock.
The Rock's
Jack
in the
Black.
movie. Yeah. That was a good one, to be fair.
Oh,
I was
good.
really-
I like that one.
Jumanji #1 scared me.
Because of the
Oh,
monkeys.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it was
Monkey
very.
Boy?
Let me see. It's a movie made for kids, but let's make it very clear. The movies made for kids in the 90s
Mm-hmm.
should not have been made for kids. They created a lot of trauma for us.
See, that's
Kids.
why this next generation is so soft, because of people like you. That's scary.
It is scary.
Uh.
Jumanji, these monkeys are trying to kill
Mm-hmm.
these little kids, and then the little kid is turning into a monkey.
But do they?
Mom,
kill
your
them?
son, your little baby
Mhm.
watches videos of little cartoon characters getting their heads cut off,
But
and he likes it.
those were cartoons.
We also need to check on that, because
Yeah,
that's not.
true. Either way, I'm distracted because I just thought of the monkey kid, and he was scary.
And he's all crying because his tail was.
Oh my-
That's cute, man. What are you
No,
talking
it was
about?
not. He was creepy, and the monkeys were creepy, and then
He
these
didn't
giant
do it on
animals were trying to kill
purpose.
them. Scary movie, right up there with E.T. and Jurassic Park. Like,
Okay, Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
I
I'll
was
give
about
you.
to say, don't you not like dinosaurs?
I'll give you Jurassic Park as far as the scary. Like
it's the same violence level,
I still watched it,
but it's the same violence level.
but it's a lot scarier when you have a gigantic T-Rex and a freaking Velociraptor going after your face compared to a monkey.
Fun
Or
fact.
a giant mosquito.
That was
Or a
gross.
bee, was it? Like, it was like stabbing into the top of that car.
I think that was a mosquito.
No. Fun fact. Did you know that T-Rexes have binocular vision? Like us, we can see 180. So whenever a T-Rex is looking at you, it's looking at you. Like, it's nothing else. Not looking behind you, not looking around you. It's looking at you. So
Wait a minute.
If a
But
T-Rex
which
looks at you,
eye?
you're cooked. It's
Yeah,
binocular.
you can't
vision.
look with both eyes. It's
Because
weird.
aren't their eyes like
No.
on the side?
It was a predator. Predators
Yeah.
have eyes like this.
I've been drawing T-Rex wrong the whole life.
Yeah.
It's probably because I never watched that whole movie because it's scary.
Look up scientifically accurate T-Rex. You are going to be terrified and you will have nightmares because of how scary it is.
For the record, he probably got this fact off of TikTok.
No.
So
I
it's-
actually looked it up.
We are not endorsing that fact. I would just like to be the first one to say that also T-Rexes, you couldn't have there's no brain to study, there's no eyes to study, they're all skulls. So I mean, age is one thing, but binocular vision
Can't even
is
spell.
another.
Scientific
Oh, jeez, get off your phone.
Scientifically accurate. Either way, needless to say, whether they can see like this or like this, they're scary. And
I'll give you T-Rexes.
Jurassic Park made it very clear how scary they were.
I'll give you T-Rexes.
And again, a movie made for kids in the 90s. Get out of here.
I'm not going to give you E.T. or Jumanji.
Yes, E.T.'s.
You can't have those.
Oh my gosh, E.T. Everybody, I've seen it because I've seen it online now. Now I have videos of people who share a similar fear. And I think Morgan number 2 from Bobby Bones Show.
Shout out Bobby Bones Show. I'm sure they listen.
I'm sure they listen.
Hopefully.
Of course they listen.
Hi, Bobby.
Morgan number 2, was afraid of E.T. as well. He's absolutely just ugly, disgusting alien.
He was so cute.
No.
He was cute.
No.
I don't know he was cute, but he wasn't scary.
Home. I want to go home.
Mm-mm.
E.T. forgive back.
From Chippendale. It's I don't know.
No.
I'm talking
we're not
out
talking
of
like
my-
E.T. Of all the voices that you do, I hate that one the most. Just
One
putting that out
day,
there.
in order to wake you up, if you're not gonna wake up one
You'll
day,
get punched.
I will do that.
When
You will
on
get
the planet...
punched. You'll get punched. Ask Noah. Ask Noah because one time he decided that it was a good idea to watch E.T. in the loft. And in the loft is on the way to my bedroom. And I saw that he was watching. I had to run past. So then as I went into my closet, I forgot what I was looking for. And so my bedroom, at the time, you go into the bedroom, into the bathroom, into the closet. And I was in the closet looking for whatever I was looking for. And I turn around, and without a sound, Noah snuck up on me. Little brown kid, gonna get punched in the face.
But he didn't.
But he didn't because I realized it wasn't E.T. But still, yeah, my brain was there. It was on E.T. So you start making E.T. voices, and you're gonna get hit.
You can't have it.
If around to find out.
Fafo.
Fafo.
Okay. But on the topic of scary movies, the movie that traumatized me as a kid was what was it? What was it called? It was Hotel Transylvania. Because it was early 3D animation, right? It was, I mean, honestly, even though I was how old was it?
6.
I was like
probably.
6 whenever it came out. But at the start of the movie, there was a scene when all the guests are coming in, all the little dogs come in, or little wolves, my bad. And they're going crazy, and then this one wolf pees on the ground, and then the witch come over to clean it. So whenever they clean it, they pull out this sponge, and the sponge is alive, and they throw the sponge on the ground, and then it starts shaking, and it's like making all these weird noises. Whenever I saw it, it was nasty. It was weird. Another one that scared me as a child was Shrek 3.
Wait, a sponge did it?
Yes, a sponge.
Okay, that's way worse than the alien. Go ahead.
I can't even hate. I mean, I'm not going to hate on it because, probably get the irrational fears from me. Anyways, what was the other one? Shrek 3?
The other one was Shrek 3. Whenever Shrek was having, thinking of having, his kids with Fiona. There was a scene where Donkey and Puss in Boots were on the boat, and they had Shrek had just had a nightmare, and then he woke up, and then he looked around, and he's like, Donkey, Puss, and then all of a sudden they look up and they look at Shrek, and it's these baby Shrek faces, and then they look at him and they say da da. It scared me so bad. I literally got up and I was like clenching my heart. It was gross. It was weird. I never want to see that again.
But yeah, no, I can't even be mad at you. Those are, babe. What is okay? You have to have an irrational fear.
Irrational fear?
Irrational fear.
Do you know how my logistical brain works?
Irrational fear. Okay, real fear.
Y'all dying?
Oh.
That's about it.
Oh, remember that one time I scared you with that fake spider? You're afraid of spiders too.
First of all,
Yes, you are. Wait. Oh, this is the perfect time to tell the story of the spider
you don't even tell
that
it right.
caught you in the bathroom the other day, pants down at your ankles.
I was in a very vulnerable position. Let's just clarify that. And this guy came out of nowhere And then he even bowed up on me.
Hi, how are you?
I mean, like chest up and everything. I'm like, what is happening? And I recorded it, and then I took care of it, and that's it. What do you mean? What happened?
We
Why'd
were
you record
standing,
it?
because we were outside of the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, spider, you stay away, oh my god, like freaking out in the bathroom.
I wasn't freaking out.
He was freaking out in the bathroom. We're like,
No,
oh
I
my,
got
so
the video.
now I'm like, do you need me to come help you? Like, I'll bring
Absolutely
you
not.
shoe.
You ain't coming in here. No. I
Pants
was
on the ankles. He's taking a poop, obviously.
I was gonna say it a lot like more PC than that,
Oh, what
but
were we gonna say?
I was attempting a number 2.
Oh, okay, taking a poop. Anyways, so he was sitting there, and I'm like, you're here. Do you want to bring you a shoe? He's like, don't come in here.
I had my chocolates
And
on.
he
We
was
were
like,
all right.
don't you do it, spider. Don't you do it. Ah! And it's like coming out, right? And at the same time, he's
I don't
sending
sound like that.
Yes, he's sending us a video of the spider, right?
It was on Snapchat.
And I'm like, that thing is this big.
Oh, it was massive.
I was like, this spider is freaking huge. What are you gonna do? You have your pants at your ankles. Let me save your life.
No,
So then I hear a crash, right? And he kills the
it
spider.
wasn't a crash.
Anyways, the spider was like this big.
It was probably smaller.
Like the size of maybe a dime.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, about the size of a dime. He zoomed on that. The
Some
way
of-
he made it seem like this spider was just like.
Some of the smallest spider species are the most venomous. So, scientifically speaking, Google it. If you'd have bit me, I might have died. You don't know.
Yeah,
And I had chanclas on, bro. I wasn't even wearing closed-toed shoes. Think about that.
chonkless.
Chanclas.
Told you. And great spider killers.
Yeah. And they worked. And I killed it. And I won.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that video so everybody can see that. That was the funny. I was almost peeing my pants watching that video. It was hilarious, and he put it on Snapchat.
Yeah.
He always records stuff on Snapchat. So if you're watching a Snapchat,
Well, 'cause I tried to
stories-
download it through, like...
Either way, but you don't download the videos. You put them on their Snapchat
Uh-huh.
stories, and then you don't download videos. And that one particular was hilarious. And I told him to download it. He didn't download it.
Luckily.
Thankfully,
Yep.
he sends them to his friends who hadn't watched it yet,
Correct.
and messaged them and said, "If you watch that video, please download."
Shout out to my buddy Izzy who hooked it up because it takes forever to read his Snapchat messages. So I was able to catch him before he read it, like 3 days later.
Yeah, so we have it. I'll put it together. It reminded me, and now we can watch it. It's hilarious.
Good old Sergeant Rosario. Thanks, bud.
I don't want to watch that.
You don't get to see anything private. I wouldn't post it if you saw. Oh, wait, you do. Do we do this to your chonies? I think there's like a tad little view of your chonies.
Oh, so you think I had like my wee out, bro? Relax. What on earth? I ain't putting that on Snapchat.
That spider
God,
would really get
I
scared.
don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
We don't need all those comments.
For real. Ooh, brother. Ooh. No,
Alright.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes. I don't feel like that's an irrational fear. Spiders are legit. Will kill you.
I got bit by a spider once. Right on my leg.
You actually got stung by a
I got
scorpion.
stung by a scorpion. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, you were. This was like what,
2021.
5 years ago, maybe?
No, it was in 2021.
Yeah.
It was
So
post-COVID.
4 years ago.
Post-COVID. I remember.
Yeah.
'Cause We went to Bisbee. Okay, let me tell a story. So we went to Bisbee, and some pre.
Bisbee,
Free.
Arizona is an old mining town down south of Tucson by about 2 hours.
So, we were in Bisbee, right? It's this old city. Like, everything looked like it's stuck in the 60s. We went to this ice cream shop that was still, like, it looked like it was in the 60s.
Like the 1860s, just to clarify.
No.
Not,
No, 1960s.
The 80s.
the 80s? Gordy.
But yeah, so everything was old there. And we decided that obviously we would get a hotel that wasn't at the most haunted hotel in Arizona, but next to it. So that's even a better idea. So we decided to get a hotel, and don't get me wrong.
Because ghosts can't go through walls.
Scientific fact. Look it up.
They're stuck. Have you ever watched that movie Ghost? Or not movie, that show Ghost? They can't leave the areas.
I have seen the movie Ghost.
Anyways,
Hold
so
on, hold on. Okay.
as we were like, we got a hotel, and don't get me wrong, beggars can't be choosers. I don't have any money. I couldn't pay for the hotel, but it was pretty weird. Mind you, on the way, Gordy was chugging some strawberry chocolate milk, and we told him to calm down while he was jumping on the bed in the hotel, and he was jumping and he was jumping, and all of a sudden, blah,
Gordy was
he
2.
threw up.
Just to clarify at that time.
Yeah, he threw up, and we all got terrified. We were not really terrified. I was terrified though. So we rushed into the bathroom. We were like, Cordy, throw up in the toilet. He's like, I can't make it. Blah. And then we had to give him a shower, and yeah, it was pretty traumatizing. That was the hotel, and then we went to Tombstone, and obviously I was like, what? I was 9. No, I was 10.
4 years ago.
Yeah, that was 10. So I was 10. I had no real choice of fashion. I thought anything worked. I pulled up to Tombstone wearing a shark side. It was, instead of the dark side, it was the shark side with a shark on it. Shirt with basketball shorts and these big old shoes. I were wearing boots. And then I decided to pair that all up with a cowboy hat. And I got this little fake gun. Honestly, I don't know why why they let me go out like that. They should have told me to pack jeans.
It's just clothes, man. Have at it. Who cares?
There's nothing wrong with it. You're cute.
But anyways,
I have pictures to prove it.
yeah, you can put those ones up.
Yeah, you're adorable.
But
But anyways, back to the scorpion.
well, I'm still giving the pre.
You tell stories
I'm
like
No,
still
he's
giving
in
context.
Tombstone now. We were still in Bisbee. In Bisbee, he put a shoe on. There was a scorpion in it. He got stung.
No.
No, it
I
wasn't
didn't
on
put
the
a shoe on.
Yeah.
So we were packing up, and I had my hand behind my back, kind of like laying, and then all of a sudden I felt this little sting in my hand. I was like, "What was that?" And I looked back. It was a little tiny baby scorpion. I was like, "No! That's not my scorpion! I'm gonna die!"
Yeah, he thought he was gonna die.
So I started running around and started panicking, and my mom was like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" And then I go, "My hand! The scorpion's stung me!" And slowly, it started like growing and like getting swelled up, and finally, like as she was cleaning it, I was like, "You know what? This doesn't hurt. This doesn't hurt like at all."
It's like a little red mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it wasn't as big as he's. I mean, back then he probably traumatized. The little bump was like, it was giant. No, it wasn't that bad. He took it. He took it like a champ, though. I feel like maybe one of his other brothers would have just freaked out completely and just would have continued crying and crying and crying until we took. The oldest one would have wanted to be taken to the hospital and wouldn't
For
have
sure.
survived if we didn't take him to the hospital. The other one would have just cried the rest of the night. So,
Yeah.
you are by far the easiest kid when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, on that note, don't make it a habit to say things are bigger than they are. Set the expectations lower. So just in case it gets discovered, then you're pleasantly surprised rather than disappointed. You'll get it
Anyways,
later.
On that note, I have some easy trivia for you guys,
Okay.
I love some.
but the two of you, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're gonna buzz in with your name.
Got it.
Okay.
So that means I'm gonna ask the question. Whoever says their name first
Got it.
gets to answer, okay?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Question
I'm
number
ready.
1. What is the biggest bird in the world?
Herm.
Doodle.
Babe?
It is the condor.
Wrong.
What is it?
Doodle?
The
Oh.
Thunderbird.
Wrong. What is the biggest
The
bird
fourth?
in the world? The ostrich.
Idiots.
I thought we were talking about like
I was thinking of a flying bird.
Jesus,
An
Mom.
ostrich. Ah,
This is
morons.
painful.
You should have said land.
No, it's
No,
still
it's
a bird.
Just the bird.
Uh,
Sorry. All right. These are easy
Emperor
trivia, mind
penguins.
you.
or
something.
Easy
He was, I
trivia.
know.
Okay.
Condor. Who's gonna know that?
Okay, here we go. This one, they better get it. Which dog is typically associated with firehouses?
Doodle.
Doodle.
What is it called? The one with the dots. What is it called? Dang it.
Babe.
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding,
101 of them, if you could remember.
ding. Okay, this one's a little difficult.
Okay.
How many hearts does an octopus have?
Ding ding ding. Oh wait. Doodle.
Doodle.
8.
Wrong.
I'm gonna go with 4.
Wrong.
Ooh, I got it. 3.
3.
Yes.
You don't
Hearts.
get that. You already got
no,
it wrong.
it doesn't count.
Dang
You already got it wrong. Octopus has 3 hearts.
3
FYI.
hearts.
He can love you 3 times as much.
Oh,
Fall in love with an octopus.
Or he can get 3 heart attacks.
that must be your
Wow,
octopus.
that was dark.
That's a good point.
I'm just speaking the truth.
All that means is that he's got 2 spares.
Anyways, okay, that is 1 point. No, 2. No, 1. I'm gonna easy math. 1 point Herm,
Oh,
0
yeah.
points Doodle. On to the next question. Ready? Here it is. What's the tallest land animal?
Herm. Giraffe.
That is correct. That's 2 points.
King
I almost said
size
elephant.
ones.
You're getting the same one.
I almost said elephant.
You almost said elephant.
Yeah. I was like, elephant, they're tall as heck.
All right, that's 2-0, Doodle. Step it up, man. Here's the next question. Which bird can fly backwards?
Doodle.
Doodle.
Hummingbird.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. He's coming back. Score is 2-1 now. Here's the next question. The bite of what flying insect can cause malaria and
Doodle.
Herm.
Doodle?
Mosquito.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm allergic to those.
That you are allergic to those. Oh my gosh, when he was a baby, he got bit on his face and it was just like this giant, yeah, poor thing. He's very allergic. It's very bad. Okay, 2-2. Here we go. What's the only flying mammal?
Doodle.
Doodle.
Oh, wait.
Brr. Babe,
Good. It's a bat.
it's a bat. That is correct. That is the score is now 3-2. Question number 8. What do koalas eat?
Doodle.
Doodle?
They eat. Ooh, wait. They eat a very poisonous leaf.
Brr.
That is
Babe?
accurate, but it's a eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Good job.
I knew it was like.
All right, he's taking the lead. 4-2. We got two.
That's not easy trivia.
2 more questions.
Exactly.
2 more questions. What kind of animal is an orca or a
Herm.
killer whale? Babe,
It's a mammal.
incorrect.
Ooh.
What kind of animal is an orca or a killer whale?
How is that incorrect? It's a mammal.
It's wait.
It's a dolphin.
Oh my god.
The flippy little dolphin.
It's a mammal. It said what kind of animal? It's a mammal.
It said, I don't know. I don't make these questions, all right, man?
I'm going to lobby that was mine, but whatever.
Okay. Here is the 9th question. No, that was the 9th question. Here's the 10th question. What is the fastest land animal?
Herm.
Babe.
La cheetah.
A cheetah. That is, what is the score now? I forgot already. 4-2?
No, it's 5-2.
5-2.
You already won.
Yeah, you already won.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I let
the
him hang
last
around.
one. The last question for funsies.
Got it.
What's the slowest land animal?
Doodle.
Doodle?
La.
That's incorrect. It's your stepfather. Yes, it's a sloth.
It's me. Burn.
I love my jokes sometimes.
Like that fun around here.
Yeah, that's alcohol.
Anywho,
Anyways, it's getting late, obviously.
it's getting late. We
Time for my
decided to
bedtime.
record this one after work and after dinner, and we
You guys are
brought
old.
Doodle in.
You guys
I'd like to thank our guest host, Mr. Doodle, the poodle. And of course, as always, my lovely wife, Christine. But we have got stuff to do, so you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck out of here. See y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all.